Thank you, Pastor Molly. Good morning, everybody. All right. Well, we're well into our stewardship campaign, as many of you know, hopefully all of you know. As Pastor Molly mentioned, next week we'll be collecting our pledge cards, and hopefully everyone, and even if you have given pledge, just being here and putting your pledge card in is such a great sign of our community and the success of this campaign. And as to remind everyone, one of the things we're doing in our campaign is talking about our roots. And one of the roots that we want to talk about today is our youth ministry. And I don't know how many of you know this, maybe I get it a little bit wrong, I'm not a botanist, but one of the things I learned about roots is that a baby root is a seedling. And a seedling has itself a root. It's called a radicle. A radicle, R-A-D-I-C-L-E. The radicle gives a grounding to that seedling, and that seedling then allows for the roots then to grow. One of the things I'm so excited about talking about our youth ministry, hearing about our youth ministry, is from a different type of radical, which is Marcus. And Marcus is the type of radical, when we think of radicals, thinking of the investment this church has made in his spiritual journey that we're about to hear is something that he is going to continue to take with him even when he leaves our church. Marcus, please.
Thank you, Peter. Good morning, everybody. For those who do not know me, my name is Marcus Lukaczer. I'm the son of Carol Lukaczer. I'm 17. I'm currently a senior at Wilson High School. I have been at this church for quite a while, since I was between 4 and 6 months years old, and now I'm 17. I have had a lot of really, really good experiences through this church. I've met a lot of great people, I've made a lot of good friends here. And one of my favorite things that I've done here at this church is be a part of the youth group mission trips. So for those of you who have been on them, you know that they are a lot of fun. Our first one was to Broad Street in Philadelphia, where we helped homeless people, we fed them, we helped pack bags, and we learned that every single person has the ability to help out in our community, no matter who they are. Our second trip we took to Florida, where it was too hot. It was way too hot to be down there. One of my favorite parts of that trip, we were helping migrant farm workers on that trip, and we were carrying these huge boxes of clothes for the winter in an attic. And in Florida at the time, it was probably around, 90 degrees like it always is down there. And the attic was probably also 90 degrees. So yes, we were all dying from heat stroke, but we were able to make it through. And we were able to help people bring their groceries to their cars and make sure they have enough food because, they're not recognized as being important, even though they're some of the people who are helping us eat healthy and putting foods in our grocery stores in the Safeway right over there. Our third trip was to Uniontown, Pennsylvania, where we were split into groups and we had the amazing chance to meet all these new people from across the country. That's something you don't really get to do all that often. And my personal group, we helped this very nice old couple, and we did a roofing project. And that was so fun. We did it in nice weather, we did it in rain, and we got the project. We were able to complete a roof in just 1 week. So that should show you that the youth are very important and everybody needs to contribute. And we recently did a very small mission trip with the St. Mark's Church. At their church, we packed backpacks for kids coming home from school. We packed stuff for Goodwill. We made lunches, all that sort of good stuff. And even though it was only a small group of us, me and a couple other fellow members from the church joined the St. Mark's kids. I see some of y'all out in the crowd. Hi there. And it was a great time, even if it was a small thing. I've also had some good opportunities to become a leader in this church, help out with some of the youth group stuff, help out in Sunday school, and One of the last things I'll say is about the fun times that we've had at Montreat down in North Carolina. For those who've been, you also know how fun that is. It's a youth conference where a bunch of kids from all sorts of churches around the country, they come to North Carolina. We have fun, we play games, we study the Bible, we get to know one another. You know, we get to know the people that we already know from our own church. And one of the things I say is, if you're not learning something new about yourself or about somebody else, you're not doing it right. You got to learn something new. So I am just really grateful that I've had the chance to meet all the friends I have here, go on all the trips, you know, do all this very fun stuff, and the hard work is always, always worth it. So now I'm going to hand it back over to Peter so that he can talk to you some more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marcus. It's such an inspiration. Hearing your words and knowing the work you've done, work that Alex has also done, and then on the end of the spectrum, all the great work that the nursery school and the after-school program has to offer, this entire continuum of generations that are going to carry what we invest here in this church for more generations to come. And the children are our future. People like Marcus are our future, are the future of this church. And I hope you can reflect on that and think about it when you make your pledge for next year. Thank you.